Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be comparing the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream, which you guys know I love and adore, to the SkinCeuticals Triple Lipid Repair Cream. I have gotten a lot of requests to review that product, so I thought it would be fun to point out how the two products differ and share with you guys which one I think is worth it and the best for you. Starting out, let's just look at the ingredients in CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. First of all, you have glycerin and hyaluronic acid. These are humectants, which help hold water into the skin. You also have in the CeraVe cream dimethicone, a silicone that acts as an occlusive to hold that water in the skin and keep it there, to retain it. So the humectants bind it and the occlusives seal it in. You also have emollients in this product, which include caprylic and capric triglyceride, cetyl alcohol, and cetierith 20. These are emollients which really just smooth down skin cell edges. These three types of ingredients that I just went over, humectant, emollient, and occlusive, they are the backbone of any moisturizer. Any moisturizer worth its weight is going to have those three types of ingredients. Humectants to hydrate up the skin, occlusives to trap the water in the skin, and emollients to smooth out skin cell edges. It's nothing unique to CeraVe. You'll find it in just about any moisturizer out there. But the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream is more than just those three types of ingredients. When we think about the function of skin, it's to act as a barrier to protect us from the outside world. And there are certain factors in our skin barrier, natural moisturizing factors, lipids, ceramides, that really help create a seal to protect us from the outside world. In dry skin and with age and conditions like eczema and irritant contact dermatitis, some of these compounds in our skin barrier, they start to go missing, and replenishment of those ingredients and of those compounds is something our skin has to do to heal the skin barrier. The CeraVe Moisturizing Cream includes these ingredients: cholesterol, phytosphingosine, and ceramides. Do moisturizers with these ingredients make a difference in our skin barrier? We really don't honestly know that much, but what it appears from the data is that moisturizers that have ceramides, when applied to the skin in situations where you have dry skin or what have you, eczema, can kind of help clue our skin into beginning to make ceramides again and restoring the skin barrier. So the ceramides are actually the most important part of that mix of skin barrier ingredients. It's the ceramides. And I always get a lot of questions. What's the right ratio? What types of ceramides? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Simply having them in there, it appears to benefit the skin. Do you need them? No. Consistent use of a moisturizer will help with skin barrier restoration. So they're helpful, but they're not necessary. And it's the ceramides, these other ingredients, to what extent they are necessary, helpful, really hasn't been clarified beyond just simply acting to help moisturize the skin. What I love most about this cream is that you can use it on the face, on the body. I use it on my face, and it really helps with keeping the skin barrier healthy and just day-to-day moisturizing. As we get older, wiser, whatever you want to call it, with age, you will find that your skin is more prone to dryness. It's because the turnover rate of the skin cells starts to slow down a little bit. You get kind of buildup of dry, bumpy patches of skin. Your skin is not as radiant, as youthful, and you're more prone to irritation with age. And so using a moisturizer is a really important part of skincare, especially as we get older, for helping address these issues. And the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream, I have no issue with. I obviously love it. I use it. I think it is put on a pedestal though by a lot of people. Yes, it's a great moisturizer, but honestly, I think if you have dry skin or irritation, there are so many moisturizers that you can get in the drugstore that would also get you to the results that you're looking for of not having dry skin or irritation. So that's CeraVe, but what about SkinCeuticals? This is the one that you guys want to know about, the Triple Lipid Restore Cream. 2:4:2. They put that ratio in there. This product, like CeraVe, has glycerin and hyaluronic acid. Those are your humectants. It also has dimethicone, the occlusive. It doesn't have the caprylic, capric triglycerides as an emollient. Instead, it has sunflower seed oil. Fine, you know, really doesn't matter, you know, what emollient goes in there. They chose that. And like CeraVe, it's got ceramides and cholesterol, so those skin barrier ingredients that consumers are really looking for. All right, so the backbone of both of these products contains the same categories of ingredients: humectants, emollients, occlusives, and ceramides. Beyond that, what are the major differences? The SkinCeutical product has fragrance. It has limonene and it has linalool. Those are both fragrance ingredients that give this product a scent that appeals to consumers because it creates a luxury-like experience. In addition to the limonene and linalool, it also has lavender and peppermint. The lavender and peppermint also contribute to the fragrance, and the peppermint also kind of gives like a cooling sensation and can kind of distract some of the nerves in the skin that may produce itch, and it can kind of just have that cooling sensation. It really provides an experience for the users. So when it comes down to it, these products both have the same ingredients for skin benefit. They differ in that the SkinCeuticals product has a bag of ingredients that impart an experience, not a benefit. There is no benefit to including limonene and linalool, peppermint and lavender in the product. You guys know I always encourage you all to choose products that are free of fragrance, because the fragrance doesn't really offer you anything other than an experience, and that experience comes with a price. It comes with a price to your wallet, and with time you can develop an allergy to fragrance ingredients. No, fragrance allergy is not the most common thing worldwide, but when it comes down to it, when patients present to a dermatologist with this problem to their skincare and they're patch tested, fragrance is the #1 allergen that is identified as being the problem. So when it comes down to it, if you're trying to choose between products, don't be misled into thinking that this experience is worth it, at least for your skin. Maybe you enjoy it as far as the experience and you like that and you're okay with that, fine. People label me as an extremist because I always point out the fragrance and that it can cause problems for people, but I don't care if you use fragrance or not, it's your choice. And you know, if you enjoy that experience and you're okay with that, you know, risk, then fine. We're not talking like a serious catastrophic event or anything. It's not, yes, it's not that common, but it is the most common reason for people to develop problems to their skincare products. And it's coming at a price point that is pretty substantial to your wallet in the case of the SkinCeuticals product. All right, SkinCeuticals clocks in at $128 for 1.6 ounces. Whereas CeraVe clocks in at $13.54, at least at Walmart, for 16 ounces. So per ounce, CeraVe is 85 cents per ounce, and the SkinCeuticals product is $80 per ounce. How important is peppermint, lavender, limonene, and linalool to you? How great is this experience? Like, is this like an all-inclusive resort? Probably not. That is a lot of cash to be shelling out. But you guys, CeraVe and SkinCeuticals are both owned by L'Oreal. So the hyaluronic acid, the ceramides, the dimethicone, I mean, they're all the same ingredients. You are paying a luxury price because of marketing. That's right, marketing. That's the only difference between these two products. Marketing for a luxury product to consumers who want a luxury product. You are paying a price point for nothing more than fragrance. It's not a luxury experience that's going to translate into differences in skin biology and skin health the look of your skin. If anything, the main differences are that you now have more ingredients that can potentially harm your skin. So it's not really benefiting your skin, it's creating an experience. And companies know this. They know that there are people out there who are willing to pay luxury price points for things. That's why, you know, there's Toyota and BMW. I mean, at the end of the day, it's 4 wheels. But people will pay luxury price points for things. And you have to ask yourself, like, is this really the experience that you're looking for to justify that price point, when in reality, there's absolutely no difference. Beyond the marketing of a luxury product, the other marketing aspect of the SkinCeuticals products is the marketing tactic of medical grade skincare. This creates the idea in the consumer's mind that they are selecting a product that is somehow medically backed and it's going to give them a superior outcome in terms of their skin, and is, you know, maybe better for them, and dermatologists tested, selected. You know, no, none of that is an actual truth. It is merely a marketing tactic. Medical grade skincare is just a way to market skincare to that captive audience who may be in the dermatologist's office or with their esthetician, and they are seeking cosmetic procedures perhaps. It's the prime time to market to that audience because they are already captive looking for skincare. So that's where the price point comes into play. It's just, you know, moisturizers are beneficial to the skin for sure, but they don't have to cost the patient $128. This is just a type of marketing. It's not just skincare, you guys, where marketing does this. I mean, it's everything. Everything out there is gonna be marketed using these techniques. It's not just skincare. So take this as a teaching point and use it to be a smarter shopper. You'll see this with food, you'll see it with cars, like I said earlier, clothing, handbags, anything that's going to require your money is going to have this kind of marketing of different price points for the same thing. In many cases though, higher price point products, they might actually be a better quality. You know, as a side note, in the case of SkinCeuticals, their CE Ferulic vitamin C serum has a patent on it and is the best. I mean, it's really the only one I recommend people buy. So in many cases with marketing, it does underscore better quality, and that investment is going to be worth it. You know, people would rather pay more upfront than have to rebuy the same thing over and over again. In the case of skincare, you know, people would rather buy something that actually works than try out a bunch of other dupes that don't. So it's not always going to be the case that the cheaper alternative is just as good. Sometimes you get what you pay for sure. You get what you pay for. But in the case of the SkinCeuticals triple lipid moisturizer versus CeraVe, heck no. Go with CeraVe, you guys, or any moisturizer that you can find in the drugstore that fits your price point. You know, I encourage you to go fragrance free, but honestly, like linalool, limonene, lavender, and peppermint, I'm pretty sure you can find that in like Calgon, which you can get at Walmart for like $3, right? Anyways, guys, I hope this vid was helpful to you. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.